Hello everyone. So today we are going to implement this weapon icons of the HUD, as you can see here in bottom right corner. So here is the preview of what we are going to implement. So as you can see here we have the weapon icons, and if I select one weapon, the primary weapon, you can see that one is highlighted. If I select the secondary weapon, that one is highlighted. So the icon is a little bit different from the actual icon I have in the hand. We will address those issues later. So if I equip the bow, you can see the bow is highlighted. If I put back the bow, it's like this, and if I put back everything, nothing is highlighted. Alright, so yeah, that's it. That's what I'm going to implement today. And this episode is sponsored by these generous patrons. Thank you very much for your support. Okay, so this is what I want to implement. So as you can see here in the lower right corner, you can see the selected weapon, the weapons available for the character. When the character equip one weapon, it should have some kind of a highlight for the current active weapon. So this is what I want to do. So and in the project, actually at the moment I don't have anything for that. So right, let's start implementing this. Let's go to UI and HUD widget. Here we only have this health bar, and I don't think that we need these parts now. So maybe we should delete them first, but before that, yeah, let's see if I have imported the required slices. No, I haven't. Okay, right, so let me first import these into my project. It should be, well, it's not inventory, and also it's not health bar. Let's call it weapon HUD. No, let's rename this health bar into HUD elements. Yeah, that's better. Now let's open this. So yeah, these are like this. Okay, and they are not in same size. Maybe before importing we should make sure that they have the same size. Let me import this into Photoshop. No, let me create a new file. How much it would be? Let's say 200 by 256 by 256. Right, now I'll import all three of them here. So let me mark the center. And let's put this No, first we need to put the circle in the center. Okay, I guess this size is alright. Oh, wait a minute. Since there is a shadow, I think we have some issues with the scaling. Yeah, so I'll delete that one. And let's create, let's draw a, why don't we draw a circle? Yeah, that's better. Now let's make this sword visible. And oh wait, enlarge it to map this circle correctly. That looks fine. Now I'll hide this one. No, hide the circle, and let's save this as this is the silver sword here. Let's just call it sword. Oh. Sword HUD. Okay, now same way I'll enlarge the other elements too. Actually, I don't have a knife, I have an axe, but for now I'll use this name. We can change it later to actually reflect the weapon I have attached to the back of the character, but for now I'll use this icon. Right, I'll save this one too. For HUD. Okay. Alright, now let's go here and I'm gonna delete these old icons and let's drag and drop these new icons. Cool, now they are in the same size. Yeah. Alright, now we have all the elements we need. So yeah, before that, so now let's work on how to add this into the HUD. So this one, the one I selected, is I used it previously, so maybe we don't need it that anymore. Yeah, so we can just delete that. Right, and I have this icon. So previously I had this icon here and change it to whatever the weapon is select. So where do I use that? Let's see. Only here. Okay, I set the icon, set the image of that icon when I change a weapon. If I select the sword, I change it to a sword icon. If I change it to a axe, I change it to axe icon. Right, so now that I'm going to put 3 icons here to show the main icon and bow and the secondary icon, secondary weapon icon. So how should I do that? First, without thinking about those details, I'll just put 3 I'll just create a widget for the weapon like this. WDG weapon icon. So the reason to create a separate widget is because I would have to do stuff like highlighting the selected weapon. So if I implemented it as 3 separate icons in here, then I will have to implement the highlighting function also 3 times or in 3 different ways. But if I create a single widget for the weapon type icon, then I can reuse the same thing with the texture change for the weapon icon. So yeah, it would be clear when I do that. So right, first I need to put the icon here. So I'll start with this one, use this as the default image. So where should we put it? Oh, let's put the reference image. No need to have the reference image. What's the size of this one? I'll set the anchor to middle and positions to 0. Wait, alignment x 0.5 and y also 0.5. Right, and the size, well, the original size was 256 by 256. I'll stick to that size. Well, that's definitely too large, so can we measure the size here in pixel? Eight 65 991. That means well, approximately 30 pixels. But if I 30, I think it would be too small. Yeah, let's try 128 by 128. Okay, let's use this size and see how it looks. Alright, now I'll increase the visibility of the reference image, and let's drag and drop one of these weapon icons into the HUD like this. Okay, we can do this. Select this one. Oh, no, I don't need to do that. Now I'll put this anchor in the middle. What is it? Snap. Snaps it. It does snap. Okay, let's put it here. It wouldn't be a problem. Alignment I'll set to 0.5 by 0.5. Size, oh, size doesn't matter here. Yeah, because size is defined by the object itself. So but we should be able to change the size here because I have to have small icons for these two weapons. So therefore I'll make this to have anchors like this. Yeah, now we can control the size. We should be able to control the size from here. Well, no. Oh yeah. Let's do large. I think 200 by 200 works well. Yeah, okay. I'll call it WTG primary weapon. No, WTG weapon 1, and I'll duplicate the same thing. I'll call it WTG weapon 2, and the second weapon should be here. With a smaller size. This should be okay. And another one here. Like this. Okay, now we have 3 weapons. So I'll hide the reference image again. Let's see how it looks. Cool. Now let's change it to different icons. So in here I'll implement a custom event, set icon. Oh no, set image. Let's rename this img. Now let's call it weapon image. Set texture, set brush from texture, pass it as a variable. Right, now here let's go to the graph. Do we have a construction script? No, but we have something similar. Yeah, here, even in the event construct, this should be wdg weapon bow. Weapon 1, we don't have to change the icon. Set weapon image for the weapon 2, and here I have to select this one. Oh, image object. And what's the type of this one? Texture. Oh, it's texture 2D. Sorry, this is wrong. Set image. Recompile. Set image like this. Now I can select. Yes. And for the bow, similarly set image. Select this one. Alright, now see, now it has the correct icons. So now what we need to do is, when I equip the sword, it should highlight the sword, and when I equip the secondary weapon, it should highlight the secondary weapon, and when I equip the bow, it should highlight the bow. So right, let's see how to do that. Right, so I created this sort of glow around the weapon. I think that would create an effect of selected look. Let's see. So first let me save this. Should we decrease the opacity? Yeah. weapon selected glow. Let's import it to our project. Oh. Similar to the main image, set the offsets to 0. Make it look like this, and I'll put it behind the weapon icon. Initially I'll make it hidden. Now let's keep it visible and compile and see how it looks. Okay, it looks like this. So yeah, and now I'll hide it. Oh wait, I have hide the wrong image. And let's create another custom event. Toggle highlight. This should be a boolean. Now if it is true, that means it needs to be highlighted, so this should be visible. Otherwise it should be hidden. Right, now in here why is it still visible? It will not be visible in the play like this. Okay, now when I select weapons, where do I select weapon? Okay, change weapon. This method, where do we use this? We have to change this a little bit. Okay, here update weapon number. Here we have this update weapon or UI function, UI event. So I'll disconnect. Now disconnect these for now. And no need to disconnect. I'll just we need to create a different function to handle the new situation to highlight the selected weapon. So let's go to the blueprint interface of the PPI UI blueprint interface, and here highlight weapon, and as an input I'll get an integer weapon index. Right, now in the HUD I'll implement it right next to the change weapon icon event. What's the name I just defined? Highlight weapon, right? Event highlight weapon. Now this is HUD and widget HUD. Here also we need a similar function. This doesn't have any interface, but it doesn't need any interface. We can directly communicate from the HUD to the widget HUD. So here also I'll define a new function, new event called highlight weapon, and input should be index. Maybe we should have used the same interface for this one too, but it's too late for that. So first I'm gonna get all three here and toggle highlight. I'm gonna set to false for all three, and then if this one is larger than 0, that means we have a selected weapon. If this is 0, that means we have sheathed all the weapons we have, the character has. So I'll call a toggle highlight for the selected weapon. I'll select it like this using this index. If it is 0, well, I don't have to select anything, because if it is 0, this part will not be executed. If it is 1, weapon 1, 2, weapon 2, 3, weapon 3. Okay, now we need to call this from the HUD. Widget HUD highlight weapon. Like this. Now we can call it here. We have a reference to HUD. Highlight weapon using BPIUI interface. Alright. Wait, save. Now let's try it. If I press 1, nothing happened. 2, for 2, 2 of them were highlighted. Wait, the highlighting happened, but why bow also highlighted? Let's do a print here. Highlighting weapon index. Here I have disabled all the screen messages. I need to enable it. Highlighting 1, but 2 of them are highlighted. Wait, did I make any mistake? Current weapon 0, highlighting 1, highlighting 2. All highlighted. What's wrong? Sorry, I have interchanged this. For true it should be visible, for false it should be hidden. Okay, that was the issue. Right, for the bow it's not working at the moment, and also I think we should have some size change too, or some more, because this highlight is not that visible. See, it's not that prominent. So what about the bow? So this is draw arrow, input action, and this is for CH human, which is the base class of the CH player. So after getting an arrow from the quiver, we set enable input, but also there should be some event that we show the reticle in the middle. Where is it? Right here, enable aiming mode. That should be here. Here we make the reticle visible, so in that we are making reticle visible means we are aiming with the bow. So here we can get the HUD and highlight weapon number 3. If we are disabling reticle, that means we have put back the bow, so we should use whatever the previous weapon. So current weapon, get current weapon number. Alright, now let's see. See, now the bow is highlighted. Okay, and if I press 2, the secondary weapon is highlighted. If I press 1, the primary weapon is highlighted. Oh, we don't need this one. So I'll just put it out, but still I'm going to keep the same method without deleting. We might need to require it later. Okay, well, let's try increasing this effect a little more to get a little more highlight into the weapon, selected weapon. And re-import. Now let's see how it looks. I guess it should be okay. See, now we have some clear highlight. Let's see. Yeah, now it's more visible. I think that's better. Alright, so here I'm going to stop this episode. So as always, project files will be available for the download through Patreon page. Link would be in the description below, and if you like to support my work, you can get the membership of my Patreon club. Thanks for watching. See you in another episode. Goodbye.